Hello guys, my name is Sam from CodeBuns, and let me start off by apologizing for the screen resolution the previous video was recorded in. I believe the aspect ratio was 4:3 instead of 16:9. Hopefully this video will have resolved it. If you had issues seeing the previous video, it was uploaded in 720p, so you should be able to view it in that and get a readable quality. For people on slower internets, I acknowledge this is inconvenient and apologize. So, here we are where we left off in the QBasic program. So, at the moment we are able to display a user output. Let's say we want to get a user input. Well, in the true type what you mean fashion that QBasic seems to follow, we actually use the command input. However, input does not simply open the line for the user to use. It requires two arguments. Firstly, the text to be displayed that will be the question we are asking for an input from. So I am going to say, what is your name? Followed by the second argument. The second argument should be the variable it's going to be stored in. But hold up a second, I haven't told you what a variable is. Well, as you can see, it expects a variable. A variable is a piece of data that we've told the computer what it is, but there's nothing in it. It can change. It is something that is non-static. If you've done science, you might know it as the dependent variable. It's the variable that changes, that one thing that doesn't stay the same. And that's what it is in programming too. So, to create a variable, we have to define it. Now, we want a string. A string is a variable that stores characters. So we are going to dim name, which will be the name of our variable, as string. Aha. Okay, it's asking me to share this, so I'm just going to do that to make it. Hold on. There we go. So, dim name $. You saw I typed down as string thing. That's a piece of advanced syntax that I'm going to get into later. However, to mark something as a string, we simply have to suffix the name of the variable with a $. So we use dim to define the variable, and we are defining it as name, and the type is string. So we are going to store our input in name. Then let's do printing again. So we're going to print the variable. So we are going to say hello. Then, as a second argument, we will pass name $. So this is going to clear the screen, clear the variables. Set up a variable called name, print hello world. Print what is your name, and then open the input shell. Well, we are then going to be able to input our name, and then it will say hello name. Sounds easy enough. So let's go ahead and run the program. Hello world, what is your name? Well, my name is Sam. Now here you encounter our first issue. As you can see, there is no space between the hello and the Sam. Now, there's a thing we can do to resolve this. By using a comma here, we are able to get around this. So if I press F5, I say my name is Sam. But now there's a massive space. Well, the solution is actually quite obvious. We simply have to add a space to our string. And now, hello space, name. So when I run the program again, you also notice it's added a question mark to our string. Now we don't necessarily want this to happen in all cases, so we can change our input rather than having the break be a semicolon, we can have this as a colon, which on the print hello variable created tab. However, in this, all it does is gets rid of the question mark. However, again, we have spacing issues. In this situation, the question mark is actually quite useful, so I'll leave it as a semicolon. Now I'm going to cover something that I didn't explain, saving. So I'm going to go into my C drive, which I'm in now, and I'm going to save this file as in QBasic, and I'm going to save it as name.bas. The .bas suffix marks it as a basic file. And now I can save this and exit, and if I clear the screen here and run dir, you can see that name, the BAS file, is stored on the system. Thank you for watching. My name has been Sam, and this has been a tutorial on QBasic.